All right. All right. Let's hear it for our inaugural intro. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you're feeling it, if you're feeling it. But as you can tell, we switched around some things here. Apex Radio, TV. As far as the platform goes, Apex Radio Show back and better than ever. I can't. I got that. It got that Friday feel, but I cannot deny that this is actually Saturday. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it the old school, the whole, it's Saturday! Woo! Oh my goodness. Not only is it a good thing to be back, it's a good thing to still be here. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. If you don't know, now you know it's your girl, Coach Indigo, all right, here on the Apex Radio Show platform, where it's a free form platform. We tap in, tune into the whole person, nothing but the whole person, from you can't separate the human from the creation. You know what I'm saying? The human is the creation, the continual evolution of creation. So we dig into all of it, just because it's the art and the art form go hand in hand. Like, there's always a debate as to whether we can separate the artist from the artwork. But I say, hey man, it's a part of your soul that you're sharing with the world, and it matters matters where that soul is at. You know what I'm saying? It matters where that soul is at, what that soul is doing. So I'm just so blessed and humbled and excited. I don't know if you're picking it up. I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, but I'm so excited, so humbled to have two beautiful souls bringing Apex Radio Show back. Back baby, global, always global on this mountain climb to the what top. And then or old school one that was above the clout, but the marketing team they nixed it. I still say we still above it, baby. We're not paid, can't be paid, to do anything against what we're here to do, which is purpose. And if that mountain climb is gonna take longer than necessary, then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the high route. And I think that the alignment piece is so in keeping with the two guests that I'm about to actually introduce. Make sure. Amen. Yeah, they in the back. Amen. So I think and I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide. The alignment piece, and if all the pieces is falling into place, we'll just lay the pieces out for you. Up to you to put it together. But without further ado, I'm about to do my intro. All right. So you're locked in with your host. I've already introduced myself. Coach Indigo, Apex Radio Show. And basically, we're going to be bringing you the visionaries, creators, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders who are proving every day that purpose plus persistence creates impact. All right. So we have joining us the dynamic duo Tone Chop and Frost Gamble. Now, if you've been paying any attention to the underground hip hop, boom bap culture, and authentic lyricism, you already know their names. These brothers have spent over 35 years building creative partnership rooted in friendship, artistry, and a commitment to keeping real hip hop alive. Their latest project, Beautiful Foundations, is more than an album. It's a celebration of their journey, their city, Binghamton, their culture, and the foundation they built together through every challenge and every victory. From standout singles like Play No Games, featuring legendary DJ Eclipse, to the title track Beautiful Foundation, featuring fellow Binghamton artist Will K, they've been reminding listeners that authenticity never goes out of style. And if that wasn't enough, they recently dropped a powerful visual for Enough, a record that tackles real life struggles affecting communities across the country and demonstrates exactly why music can still be a force for awareness and change. Today, because I don't know who's following the flyers and stuff, but we was going to do it yesterday, but today we're going beyond the music. We're talking legacy. We're talking entrepreneurship. We're talking resilience. We're talking what it takes to stay relevant, creative, and committed to your vision after 3 decades in the game. So whether you're an artist building your brand, an entrepreneur growing your business, or someone chasing a dream that feels bigger than your current circumstances, you're about to hear some gems. And y'all know Apex Radio Show, we love the exclusives. Apex family, turn your speakers up, share this live stream, and help me welcome two of Binghamton, New York's finest, Tone Chop and Frost Gamble. Welcome to Apex Radio Show.
Peace.
Here we are.
Did you hear the intro?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was like, I appreciated the
Appreciate
extra
it.
time because I was like, let me chop it up. Let me add some little sprinkle and some pizzazz to it. Because the more I kept digging into you guys' 30+ years, the more I was like, man, ain't nothing but diamonds. And we, what it take to make diamonds? Time and pressure. So
Right.
I feel like, that goes in with the alignment. Like so many revelations was falling to my head as like I was picking up all the pieces and stuff like that. So I'm just so honored. But yeah, welcome to the Apex Radio Show platform.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I
Amen.
know we've been
Amen.
talking, so let's we're happy to be here. I bigged you up just the same. So
Yes. So
ready.
so uh so Mr. Frost, I'm old school, so I might look young in the cheeks, but I'm old school too. I've been pot cooking. So I've heard so many like wonderful, like authentic, things from tone and everything, and just in passing as we've been building up. So I'm definitely am honored and humbled to actually officially meet you and everything. And first and foremost, how was your trip?
It was great. Thank you. It's always good to come home. We're going to get some speedies later today. That's absolutely essential on my visits. Of course, I still got family and whatnot here. So yeah, it's great to be here.
Amen. I'm a Speedy girl myself, as this is my hometown as well. I'm a graduate of Binghamton High School.
Oh,
So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Okay. So you guys are sitting on 30+ years, and this album, this project. Like I was even as I was like thinking about what words to use and the language and stuff. I kind of just keep oscillating between album and project because you can tell that all the pieces that were put into it were so curated and intentional. Like every track was just hitting me. And I will apologize in advance for two things. Got my kids in the background, solo mom, entrepreneur myself.
Hey,
Always multitasking, multiple hats.
I'm a father and he is too. So his kid
Amen.
his kid is like the same age as my oldest one. So we got teenagers, but at the same time, I'm familiar with your babies anyway. It's okay.
Amen. I just put it into the public that
It's
don't know us yet.
fine. No big deal. It's fine.
That's why it's free form. And then also too, I am a pure lover of like just art and creation and all its mediums and forms. So just bear with me if I don't get the titles and all of that. But I
It's okay.
turn to the head, not the heart. But the reason we're here is because as we know, mainstream media is just like just filled with so much overproduced, just corporate, you know what I'm saying? Just like you see my face, I don't even want, I don't want to be
trash.
associated with it.
Trash.
Yeah, crap,
Or that would be
Dirt,
crap. To
dirt,
the, to, to the
dirt.
point
Because
where
it's
it's just
all.
like,
I say dirt because it's all about what they could dig up and run with. That's it. Or even if it's false, whatever they dig up, they just want to run with it. So I just say it's
just for
dirt.
attention.
Yeah.
just for
Click.
just for clout, like like just hearing you guys track like it's just a pure art form of like I want to say old school rap, but even everything that I was listening to, it just didn't have it just felt more nostalgic. It didn't feel old school, so I can't even say old school, you know what I'm saying? Like it felt fresh. But like you know what I'm saying? Like an old school a kid snack but fresh out the pack, like it's like it's
wow.
childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like how do you? So the thing is, with the beautiful foundations, that's why I'm just so excited because like I feel like the story is so beyond the 30 to whatever minutes we have to just have a conversation. But like like how after 30+ years of working, I know trust goes into being able to trust each other to put the pieces together after so many projects that you've done. But like how do you keep the freshness like within just like your communication with each other and then also with your creation? You know what I'm saying? Because you're pretty much bringing multiple worlds together in generations with what you're doing.
It's the chemistry. I mean, we always have, me and him has always had this beautiful chemistry since when I used to do everything by myself. So you know what I mean? Like yeah, like I was telling you, like the big thing about me and him together as one is because it's certain stuff that I don't have to concentrate on no more. I could just concentrate on just making the best music I can, which I've always tried to make the best music I can too. But when I was doing it by myself, it was just more about just the rapping part, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was making like mixtapes and all that. So when you're making an album compared to a mixtape, it's themes, it's subject matter and all that too. So like, I feel like over the years, just doing me and him doing it together has got me better as a songwriter more
Mhm.
than just rapping because I was always able to rap well. So it's like the song part, the creating songs and and touching on topics and themes and everything is like it's just easier for me to concentrate on that part. Putting everything else is in his hands. You know what I mean? Like he does the beats. I make beats too. Like people that really know me, they know I make beats too. But it's like I just rather I just, it's just better. Our chemistry is just different. Like he's not going to be able to create the same chemistry we got with somebody else, and I'm not going to be able to create the same chemistry that we have with somebody else because I know a lot of fresh producers as well too. So it's like
Mhm.
I always tell them like it's not nothing personal or anything like that. I have a producer already, and that's who I work with, and our chemistry is just undeniable. So that's it's just how it is. It's just the chemistry that keeps us going and friendship. Me and him been friends this whole time. This is my brother. He's not like this is not just somebody I make music with. This is my brother, and I trust him 1,000%. There was, like I said, there was times where I was thinking about not doing music anymore, and it's because of him that I kept going in. There's months, sometimes even several months where I go without making anything, because I'm just not in the, just not in that creative space, But once I do get in the right creative space, it's something that he does, you know what I mean? So, and then he sparks it back up, and then next thing you know, it's off to the races. So,
Right.
music has always been a part of my life since a child. So, like,
Yeah.
my parents always listened to music, and I've been rapping since about 12 years old. Realized when I turned, by the time I got to like 15, I realized that that I had, like
Yeah.
that I was good at it, and that this is something that I might be able to do something with. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Amen. And so going back to like when you said you were thinking about quitting, and so that was around 2015, right?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been a
Okay.
couple
And
times before that too, but it
of course, stuff like that, like passion and all that stuff, are like it takes time just to kind of like feel like that. So I could definitely relate. But what do you think led up to, like, was it being in your heart and soul and a part of you like for so long? What do you think led up to that, like that time where you were considering it right before?
oh, because there was a time, there was a section in my life where I was doing stuff on my own, and it was really coming together. Like I put everything. There was a time where I put everything, money wise, everything into what I was doing, trying to build it and make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? On my own. I used to do the mix, the mastering, beats, all type. All by myself. And there was a time where like there was like a lot of DJs and people was really messing with me at the time. I got in
Mm.
trouble and then I had to go to jail for a little while, and then even just a few months derailed everything. You know what I'm saying? So, when I came home, stopped messing with a lot of people that I was messing with before that. You know, people that I thought was friends, that didn't really turn out to be that way. They was just, how it is. People like to be a part of something, or when they feel like they're benefiting off a situation, and
Oh,
that's
they know who got it. They know who got it, and they know they don't. So
right.
that's why you got to get real nice and close because
And when people,
proximity what matters.
and when certain people's not benefiting off a certain situation because the situation is not the same anymore, they switch up on you. So I had to tell myself that I have to switch up too. So I had this certain things too that I had to switch. And like my kids and everything is like a big part of that too. I can't keep messing up and doing the same thing, then they're getting older and they're seeing that. Like, so
Yeah.
it was
I
them.
just
Him,
so
he's like the motivator to all of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like one of my best friends, and he's like one of the biggest fans too. Like, a lot of people will have a rapper top list, you know what I'm saying? And his list has me in it every time. You know what I mean? So
I just love
above,
it. I love it. Because you don't see loyalty.
really, man,
Like
I just owe him.
one of
I
the
really
main
just owe
things.
him. I really just owe a lot to him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
a lot of people would be, yeah,
But it's both ways though too. Like you watch the documentary, so like Chop looked out for me at a time in my life where I was really vulnerable and kind of like fucked up. Part of my language, I was in a bad situation, and he helped me get through that. Helped me stay on my feet. And
Yeah.
so loyalty and brotherhood, as he said, are at the core of this. Like hip hop is our culture. It's our way of life. It's not, we're not like, oh, the music industry. It's, oh, what a great thing to participate in. Like we hate that part of it. Like we live this, and we have to create the music. We have to express what's inside of us. We're most connected and most comfortable making the music together. And the fact that we still have some folks who are interested and want to listen to and support the music is an honor, and it gives us great pride and satisfaction. So that's really what it comes to. But I owe him to, he doesn't owe me and I don't owe him. We just, we are
Yeah.
Chop.
Loyalty is built in the trenches. It's like that's where but through the fire, that's where who's gonna, you look around, you see ashes, and you make eye contact. You're like, okay, it's us.
yeah, and
Like
he's like he's, I often tell people about my older brother too, because there was a time like, like he's another one, and he's like totally opposite of me. He's not me and him are totally different, but at the same time, that's my big brother, and he's like, and that's still to this day. He's only a few years older than me, but he's still my big brother, and he's like one of the only other ones that was there through all the stuff. You know what I mean? Never judged me, never treated me different. No, nothing. And the same thing with Frost too. He's been through everything with me too, the ups and the downs and the falls and all that. Like he's been there. So, when I say I owe him, it's not like I owe him money or nothing like that. It's like I just owe him for just being the genuine person that he's always has been. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, I could probably count not many times when me and him even have an argument. I tell people this all the time. Like me and him don't even argue or nothing, and if it is, it's minuscule and it goes by and it comes back to where it should be. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I mean, music it's been a big part to both of us all our lives too, hip hop in general, because he was a rapper at one time too. So, he started out that way, so it was like a little, like a little rivalry between us. It really wasn't like no beef or nothing like that, but he was rapping, I was rapping, and you know what I'm saying? So more of a competition, but now.
But there's something to be said for good competition, though. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're the best at something and it's just you honestly feel refreshed when you get somebody that can go toe to toe with you. Like I mean, the only people that's scared about that type of stuff are the people without talent. Like you know what I'm saying? Without a horse in the race, like it's like of course you would feel good, like. But
Right.
yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's the thing, like with like that's what I said. I know we don't even have time like really tap into all the. And I'll be at the listening party later on.
Thank you
I
so
just
much.
got something to indicate. No, thank honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like when it's like mutual, it's just so that's where the excitement comes from. Like even getting ready for this interview, even the whole like even when listen, me and Tom we had like a 5 minute meeting on Memorial Day, and between eating hot dogs and hamburgers and kids running,
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, look at the flyer. All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll take the
like I
date
said,
off because we just don't
I
know."
was telling him that, like I've got to know you a little bit over these past few months or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that, this was gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because
One of them things, right?
we did a bunch of interviews already. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we wasn't really gonna do many more interviews or whatever. But I was just like, I feel like this was going to be a good interview. So I told him like we should definitely do this. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying, I got to know you a little bit, and you know you're a good mom, and your kids is around, and you know you always got them with you. Like I said, parenting is tough. You know what I'm saying? So you know
Oh,
I do it on my own too. So I know how it is. It's like, you know, and I got two, like I said, I got two teenagers, you know, the oldest one's about to graduate. So I'm very proud of him, you know, and the youngest one is on his way to be great himself.
okay.
I
It's
mean,
not easy. It's not easy having a dream, having your legacy, like looking you in your face as you're building your legacy at the same time. Like that's why I like again, that's why I like this space is just created for that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, there's interviews where you just gotta go on that platform because they got so many viewers and bop bop bop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get asked the regular questions. But I just don't think enough is said. And that's the thing, there's the industry eats you up, spits you out, you know what I'm saying? What can't be consumed gets like, tossed and stuff like, and I think it's disheartening sometimes to see how we got so much, like as the viewers, as the public, from certain entertainers and artists. We got so much from them: joy, emotions, whole playlists dedicated to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like we take that for granted a lot of times with artists. And then we see the industry spit them out, and we're like, and they're on drugs and all these maladaptive behaviors, and stuff. And it's like, I feel like, personally, I feel like we'd be owing them apologies, as the public, like, oh, I wouldn't have consumed if I knew it was consuming you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, no, it's not like that. Disheartening. But even when I heard your story, I was just like, it made me think, like when you guys were younger, and the label that that shady little sham of a label and stuff, and taking advantage of you guys and your hunger and stuff. It's like how many other people fell for that crap. Like I can't hear stories like that and not take it personal. I don't produce music, but I can appreciate it. Crazy. But
it's
the thing about the parents and oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna agree. I mean, it's terrible, and like Chop said in the documentary, like the stories are just starting to come out, right? And I really share your sentiment that there's people that I grew up idolizing, and I've lived a better life as a result of the music and culture I consumed. Like we came up, in the golden era when the music and culture really enriched people. Um,
Right,
and I
right.
and we try to create music that offers some of that to the people that listen to it. We don't like the negativity, the nastiness, the tearing down, the hopelessness that's in so much popular music now. It doesn't appeal to us at all, and we really try to pay it forward, because we received so many gifts as hip hoppers, in the late '80s and early '90s.
Yeah, I like what you said about enriching. Like that's
hip hop has got me through so much in my life. So you know what I mean? Like,
no, for real. A good song will get you through a breakup. A good song will get you. It's more. It's
Mhm.
more than just the words and the royalties. It's actually a frequency. And then I was about to say when you said enriched, it's not about dollar signs. It's literally it adds to the joy of being a human, having a human experience. So and it's frequencies too. Like mind control, all of that stuff, getting the body rhythm. Like the frequencies run everything that we do. Like we just don't take it seriously enough. It's more for enjoyment, entertainment versus what you guys got going on. That's why, again, mutual respect, because you can tell it's a labor of love, and like you can tell a loved child, you can tell when a kid is loved. You can tell when a partner is in a good relationship. It's like, oh, your spouse loves you. It's something that's tangible, even though we don't respect it enough. So I could tell that with you guys' relationship, and in a time when like loyalty is like a wrapper that you could just take off and throw off, like to have that in a 30 plus years experience with no end in sight, man, count me in. I'm the slide home king.
I said it in a song already that's not out, but like loyalty today is just like it's just like a meme or a tattoo. That's it. People don't care. It's not real loyalty. It's just they want it to look like it is. So they want it to look like a certain way, but in reality, it's not though. You know what I mean? Loyalty today, I said it. It's a line I have in a song, and it's like loyalty today is just a meme or a tattoo, and really, it really is.
Yeah,
People don't
I heard it. Yep.
see is not. You know what I mean? Like people just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my girlfriend. I'm loyal to this. I'm loyal, but really, in actuality, it's not. You know, it's just something they want to put on for people like it is. You know, that's what I mean. But everything between me and him is genuine and always has been. And that like I said, that's a difference, and that's why it reflects in the music too. Because like I said, I'm not going to have. I could make music with other people too, but it's just not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same chemistry. You know, I've been making
Right.
music for a long, long time in this area too. So there's like certain people that I still mess with these days. Then and we can always make good music, you know. But it's like
Not
I
the
just
same. It's not the same. Right, right. When you're supposed to be doing something, it feels different.
what we have is just is different from what a lot of
Yeah.
other people have too. Because like I said, a lot of it is just it's like putting on a show like for people and all that. You know, it's just not real. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right. For your reputation and
everything
all
that
that
we
stuff.
have is genuine and it's real. Like so, I don't
Can I
know.
play a song now? Can I play Beautiful Foundation?
Always play
Yeah,
one of our songs.
Okay. Let me see. Let's make sure I got the right one. Okay, okay. So it's gonna come on the speaker. Let me know if the audio is not right. Again, I'm getting back on the horse. So Grace.
that's good. And I think you should keep going too. Don't stop. Now that you started back up, keep it going. I watch
I see no
lives and
end in
all that
sight.
too. Like I was telling him, like you're very intelligent. You know what you're talking about. You're not just, you know what I mean? People don't care these days. They just say anything just to get clicks and views. And, you know, like I said, it's all about the dirt and what they can dig up. And they don't even do the research to see if it's real or fake or nothing. They just throw the
Right.
dirt out there just so they can make some views and
Just
clicks.
be to be associated with it. Like, yeah, people don't even care what they're associated with, just that they're associated with something. I'm like, don't you realize your where you place yourself matters? Like people don't. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I say to myself. You see, that's why look, the people who say to themselves be meeting and be like, okay, yeah, there are still cool people out here. Okay, it's still hope. I'm gonna play Beautiful Foundations. Okay, and yeah, because that's what we came here for. Oh my God,
There we go, right
look at
here. This is it.
look at God. Hopefully, let me don't
Let
embarrass
them
me.
see it. Let them see
Say,
it. Let them witness it.
can you hear it? Okay.
This is the vinyl
Oh
right
yeah, I
here.
have. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, man. Me and
Yeah.
Reggie
Oh, yeah.
used to lay around every single day. I used to hit frogs up like, yo, can I come through? I used to hit that basement and get busy. You put the beats on, and I would just go. How you fighting on my brother Frost? Knowing he's one of the best producers in the game you ever came across. What's your favorite? Cause he's one of mine. Let me rephrase it. He's my favorite of all time. When I'm sitting here jotting these raw lines, I realized it was early that I saw signs that we had something great and the field was real. In the basement building was took years to build with a strong foundation together as facts. Understand what we built will never collapse. He had a sense to reduce the game in a rack. He would loop samples up while I came with the raps. He had a four track, a mic in his stand. It was those days that made me as nice as I can. He used to rap too, he was slick with the speech, but he decided to quit and just stick with the beats. That's a foundation. What beautiful foundation. That's a beautiful foundation. I know a lot of fake people, but F them. This pen and paper always been two of my best friends. After the next trend, I'm cool with my vibe. And I stick to my guns like they glue to my side. Will that change? I'm telling you no. I do the music I like, I ain't selling my soul. The Hawk, he inspired my first version flow about him in basketball like Curtis Blow. I was young with a passion for this. Developed skills fast and new rappers a gift. Always had rhymes in my mental rhyme folder. In school, kicking verses with eight or rhyme rolling. I came up, it's been crazy for me, yo. It's like yesterday I was rapping with CeeLo. Rest in peace, you will never be forgotten.
I'ma keep pushing with no plans of stopping.
Crazy how dope that artwork is when you see it.
I'ma keep pushing like
It came out so clear too.
passing on this cold. What's the inside? Just how much soul we was trying to keep it. 20s cultures, not too many cultures like the we out here with you, on the rest. This shit is slowly. I said these are the ones that we love. I'm getting lost. Keep me
No max B.
show my love. Gotta keep the positive vibe to run to her. That's a beautiful foundation. Always does it like dirt. That's a beautiful foundation. What a beautiful foundation. That's a beautiful foundation. That's a beautiful foundation. What a beautiful foundation. That's a beautiful foundation.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a joint that sparked it off.
Yeah.
That's a joint that sparked it all for this whole album. Was that one?
Yeah. So how that started was Chop. So the way Chop and I work is I feed him every single beat that I make. He has a folder with everything I create. And so that works really well for us. So when he gets inspired, whatever mood he's in, there's probably a track that fits that mood in the folder. So he'll just grab something and record to it. So he did the first and second verse there. It was just the two verses and some talking, I think, that he sent to me over the beat. And I was like, oh my God, like I got very emotional when I heard it because, you know, that first verse is about me and it tells our history. And I was so honored by it. And then my mind started racing. Like, this is an album. Like, this is not just a song. This is an album. This is a concept. This is something we can really build from. And it very much got me inspired. I hadn't really wanted to do an album for a while. We drop music all the time, but it's very easy to drop singles. Like, we dropped a single every 2 weeks for almost 2 years. We did a number of EPs. And in this current world, it's easier to do that because attention spans are short and you know, we're independent and self-funded and all that. But like that verse, that song motivated me to want to make an album. And so I reached out to Chop. I said, yo, thank you. This is incredible. Here's what I'm thinking. He's like, yeah, that sounds good. And so then it took us 2 years of creating more songs to fit the theme, to make sure we were talking about, you know, our brothership and our history. You know, we're mentioning elements, you know, graffiti writing, breaking, you know, beatboxing, emceeing, DJing, all of it, and bringing it together in a way that made sense. It took us about 2 years to put the album together. It took us another year to put together the promotional assets, and then 6 to 9 months to roll it out. So this has been, you know, a very long process, and it all started with that song.
Yeah, not as long as your history.
No, that's true.
You know, because, and I think, because I think in metaphors and alliterations and stuff like that, always tabs open, right? So I don't know if it was one of the questions that we had with Tone. I think when I was like the thing about, oh yeah, it was when we were solidifying the interview, and I was like, the thing about, you know, a building going up is just like the longest part is actually laying the foundation. People don't realize, and the more solid the foundation is, the higher you can go up. But the thing is, it looks like the building goes up like that. So, you know, so it took 2 years. And I know you say long time because, I mean, labor is long no matter how long it takes, you know, as a lady that had babies. Don't matter. It's 5 minutes of pain is too much, you know. But, you know, so, you know, 30 years and then 2 years for the project. And it's so crazy that you even said the foundational song is the beautiful foundation song that even inspired you to even want to do a full project around it, you know, like actually create a whole, you know, living thing around it. So, I mean, man, we could go hours with this.
That was the first couple bricks to get it going. You know what I mean? So it was like,
this is a couple.
We're hoping off of this though that people really get this gives enough interesting people to go back and really dig into the history, because this is, like I said, this is this is to us our best work, but there's plenty of firework before this too that they could go in, and I feel like people should go back and tap in, because
Another album.
we got like 10 albums actually, and some
No,
EP.
I mean like that was the first one that you guys officially like combined and worked together, collaborated on fully was the veterans, right?
That's right.
Right, yep, the
Okay, sorry.
veteran.
Okay. Well, I'm working on my names now. I was like, wait, did I get it right?
It's
Okay.
fine. You're doing
Yeah.
better than a lot of people. They don't even. A lot of people don't even. A lot of people don't even go back and check into that. You know what I mean? So at
That's what
least
I
you do
like.
your
That's what
homework.
I said. It's I love
Yeah,
when it's authentic and it's natural and it's aligned because there's nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's how you get like a beautiful masterpiece because all the pieces, like all the greats, like all the vinyls that we be listening to, like all the great people you could think of,
I knew
they
it.
looked at the
I knew
tiniest
it too, though.
details.
I knew you would do your homework. That's why I told him that I wanted to do this interview too, because I knew you would. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some people don't care about the. We had several projects. You know what I'm saying? And before me and him, I got like 30 mixtapes too that I did all on my own too. Like
I knew.
those are people still got those floating around too. There's people with those still. And I used to
Yeah.
put them out like every month,
I
every
got
other
them.
month.
I got them.
I used to put a mixtape out like every month, every
That's
other
the
month,
biggest fan.
and have CDs, you
Love
know what I'm
it.
saying? And so like I was, even before what we got, I did a bunch
Hmm.
by myself too. So there's like,
Right.
but this,
True to this, not
the
new to
ones
this.
that, these are the ones that count the most to me, you know what I'm saying? Because when we decided, people will be like, people know me in the area more than they know him. So they'll be like, "Oh,
Hmm.
who's Frost Gamble?" And I'm just like, "He's from here, but he just don't don't live here anymore." So just for him coming, even the people don't realize what he had to do just to come here to be
Right.
at the party, So that's why
Traffic.
that's why I encourage people to buy the vinyl, get it signed. I mean, even if you don't play records, it's still, this is like, there's only a certain
History in
amount
the
of.
making.
Right. There's only a certain amount of them that we have to bring to the party, and so this is just a capstone, as he would say too, like to our careers. Like what I'm saying, that this is the album that we felt the most needed to put out, and we put the most
Yeah.
time and effort in it. And the thing is, like, and the people that are on the album from this area and beyond are we have like relationships with them, personal relationships. It's not just, hey, let's get so and so, or like
Right.
Right.
anybody that does a hook, or or a verse or anything. We have personal relationships with them, so it's like, you know and
I mean, and that's kind of like where the future is, though, like going. You know what I'm saying? Because we're seeing that we're kind of all kind of shell shocked as to how nasty the industry has always been. None of this stuff is new. All of it, all of the interviews you see, people knew, but it was just like such a big monolith of concentrated power. It created so many, people that felt powerless. Unfortunately. So, like, even with like the beautiful foundations, even though you guys have accumulated it, I just feel like the beauty in it is also that it's a foundation within itself as to where things are headed. You know what I'm saying? Like within itself, like here's the foundation and the sky's the limit from there because so many people are looking for like leadership and mentorship and so even like things like loyalty and all that stuff not being respected, age and wisdom is not respected either. And you can't be accused as an ageist because I was listening to If You Know, You Know with Soup. I was like, what?
yeah,
Nehemiah has been cracking up too.
Soup is
Mr. Tuck does
my
music?
brother too, though. Soup is another one. Like, I mean, me Soup
Yeah,
knew
he's like,
me before I knew of him, and the thing is, like, the relationship even that me and Soup have at this point, it wasn't like that a couple, a year ago or whatever. It wasn't like that. We was always cordial and we was cool. But the thing is, like, even when I've had a conversation about him, even Rule too, like I say that, me and Rule knew about me before I knew about him. I came up in the
yeah,
store when he was on Robinson one day, and that's how me and him started getting close too. Because I tell people like he knew me before I knew him. He's like, oh, I know who you are. You know, he knew exactly who I was. And then me and him built a relationship that way too. Like Rue is my brother too. He's a good friend too. So you know, and what a better spot to have the listening party than to have it at his spot. You know what I mean?
Amen.
He's all about bringing people together in community. He welcomes anybody in his store. I mean, he's just, you know, he's all about community. He's trying to build. He has a foundation that he built too, and he's trying to add on it too. He has his own beautiful foundations. You know what I mean? But he knows the history. Even Soup is a lot younger than me, but he knows too. Like, you know, he's heard it over time. But you know, like I said, even me and Soup have a different relationship than a lot of people too, because
No, you could tell. I didn't even. Oh my goodness, the song is good. Like I was like, no one. You can never be accused of not standing on business, not standing 10 toes down, not being who you say you are because of your track record, being ageist or against young rappers because you clearly made a song with a young rapper. So if you're young and your rap is trash, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like people really like we have such a frail and fragile like society right now. You know what I'm saying? I almost want to go back to the 90s when stuff was just said out loud. Like you know, it's just say what you mean. Like don't be saying, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of type of thing. Don't always be offended and hurt.
Soup is highly slept on too. Soup is a gem too, and he's highly slept on.
Yeah, I'm, you know, again, we meeting at the same places and stuff, you know, just all these natural, you know, building of relationships. But that's what a real relationship is. The society tells us the relationships are microwave. You know what I'm saying? If we're not best friends
One of his,
immediately, it's never going to happen.
one of Soup's favorite songs that everybody loves. I did the beat to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and the new single he's got out right now, I did the beat to that too. So like I said, like me and Soup just have like a different relationship than the most, and people, he's just highly slept on, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I always tell people like he should be included in more stuff too, because he deserves it.
Yeah, but
you know?
I mean, but
And
proximity
as young
matters.
as he is, people don't really know. As young as he is, Soup is very hip hop too. Like he knows a lot about hip hop too, and he's very, you know, he's a hip hop head too, regardless.
That's because we'll get questions sometimes where people ask us about the divide and the generational divide in hip hop. I don't think there is a generational divide in hip hop. I think that's the music industry because it's very easy for us to work with hip hoppers of any age. There's plenty of kids out there that care about the culture, that care about the elements, that want to learn the history and participate and contribute faithfully. It's very easy to work with cats like that. We build easily. The problem is when you're just consuming what the popular products are. That's American culture. That's not hip hop culture. And that's
that part.
It's consumerism, right? It's not culture.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden talent in this community. There's a lot of hidden gems in this community too. Like that people just they sleep on them. You know.
Well, send them my way. Send them my way. Now let's tell the people about tonight. Where they can find you two beautiful souls. I know at a place called Stellar Human. And what you know, do you have the details? I have the thing right here, right? You want to talk about it real quick?
Okay. Absolutely. Yep. And we appreciate and encourage everybody to come out. You know, you could hear the vinyl, you could listen to it. You know, we don't get bent out of shape over opinions or nothing like that. You know, we understand that everybody's not going to like everything, but you know, we do kind of feel like if you don't get some type of enjoyment out of this album, then something is wrong, because you know it's a lot of stuff, right? It's a lot of stuff that people support that's really not even close. Yeah, you know what I mean? Not even close.
Just because everybody else is doing it, mass mentality. Right. Just because everybody else like it, whatever. Case in point, we won't name any names.
There's a lot of stuff out that can't compare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, speaking of me in general, like people when they go, when I'm out and about with people and everything, everybody's always like, oh, he even said it last night. He's like, you're like the mayor or whatever, because everybody knows me, and it's like the mutual respect is it's crazy. And the thing is, like
Mhm.
like I said, it's just a lot of people just care about dirt instead of just, like I said, we want them to hear this album and then go back and dive in. Like I've known people, close people to me who know about us as a team and all that, but started diving in. Like they messaged me from the gym, yo, I'm at the gym. This song is crazy. Oh, this line is crazy. Like I got friends that's diving in. They going back and diving in to the not just this album, but the rest of the
Stop,
joints we
stop,
got
stop,
too.
stop.
So yeah. And that's like another main goal for this too.
One
We
second.
want people to listen to this and then don't think that this is just the only crazy stuff we got. We got tons of music that's incredible, just like this. So we encourage people to go back and dive into the rest of the catalog. And then most of all, it's about tonight at 6 o'clock at Stellar Human. Please come out and support, and we appreciate it.
Mommy,
Thanks for having me. We
mommy.
appreciate you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Wait, one second, one second. I'm trying to get back on the headset. One second. Touch my daggone ear pods. Mommy, mommy. My later. Okay, boy. All right. You'll get me back in a second. I can't get. Why is it not? Okay.
One of my favorite hats. There's a lot of compliments on it too. I was gifted.
Hello?
Was gifted this hat
We
by
can hear
Big
you.
Drew.
Mommy, mommy. Oh, come on.
The Big
Did you
Drew
lose
too.
us? We can still hear you.
We can still hear you. Can you hear us?
Going through. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's just going through my phone. Okay. But you can hear me just fine?
Absolutely.
You can hear all the background noise?
Yeah, that's
You
okay.
can hear the little.
That's
Okay,
all right.
child.
Adorable.
All right. So we will go ahead and wrap it up. This is like my heart. It's just so because I love, and we don't give like we think about love and romantic relationships, but we don't give enough honor to like true, just authentic, you know what I'm saying, like connection and stuff like that. And that's just what the honor and respect that you give to each other. Like you can see it in the music, you can see it in everything that you do. I'm super excited. You gained a fan as well.
Thank you.
might have to fight Frost for your number one spot. No, I'm playing.
No.
I'm joking.
Nah,
You got it.
we
You got it.
appreciate it.
But
A
I
fan
so
of me is a
appreciate you guys.
fan of
Looking
him
forward to
too.
seeing you in person later on today at Stellar Human on 159 Washington Street. Gonna put it back up like that real quick. Just see if people got on YouTube, get a snapshot. And yeah, and then also too, right before we go, tell them where they can find you guys and all your stuff. I'm
on
mute.
Instagram, frost.gamble on Instagram. Full catalogs on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Bandcamp, YouTube. You can catch us anywhere.
And me is Tone Chop on everything. And I control mostly the other stuff with us on it because he's usually just on Instagram. So I'm on TikTok, Facebook, of course. So he don't mess with Facebook like that. So I control everything on Facebook. But it's a Tone Chop and Frost Gamble on Facebook. And then, my main page too. I do it all. And I even got a Tone Chop artist page too. But I really just bring everything together. Even on there, it's a lot with just me and him too. So yeah, I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everywhere is Tone Chop. If you look up Tone Chop, all of it will come up because I post a lot. So it is what it is. Besides that, Beautiful Foundations is the most fire thing out right now. And if anybody disagrees, hey, That's your opinion, but we feel like we got the dopest project out right now, and then a lot of people feel the same way too. Whether even some of them think that way, and they might not admit it though because they don't want to, but we understand that too. But yeah, shout out to Binghamton. Shout out to all the artists in Binghamton. And when I say all of them, I mean all of them. Definitely shout out to Big Drew, Soup, LaRue for letting us have the party there. Oh, a big shout out to another big force in this community too, hip hop wise, and that's Blizz the Illest. Shout out to everybody, all the artists out here that, regardless, I support everybody. I want to see everybody succeed. And most of all, shout out to you. We appreciate having us on there. Hopefully you keep this going. Hopefully this inspires you to keep going with what I knew this was going to be a good interview, so I'm glad we did it. I thank you, and getting to know you as a person and, being around your kids and all that too, because you involve your kids in a lot of stuff. People are like their kids, they like their kids to get involved with stuff that they shouldn't be getting involved with too much these days. So, you know, I love being a father and, I love seeing I love seeing kids around. I'm always good with kids. So kids always love Chop too. So it is what it is. Thanks to everybody. We appreciate you. Please come out tonight to Stellar Human. Listen to the album, check it out for some good vibes. Definitely come shop with Rue, you know, and give him some love too and some business. He needs it too as well. He's trying to stay afloat. Binghamton is a hard area to keep your business afloat. So he's trying hard and I feel like he's doing it. So salute to Rue. Salute to everybody coming out tonight. We appreciate you if you can make it out. If not, we understand that too. But for those who's gonna make it out, we appreciate you. Come cop a vinyl. Got some t-shirts, limited sizes, but we got some t-shirts, some hats. Come out, show some love. You don't have to buy anything neither. It's a free event. You could just come out and vibe out. Like I said, Rue welcomes everybody. So shout out to Rue. We support you 100%.
Amen. Yeah, shout out Stellar Human. Definitely, definitely. If you're looking to support the community, that's a good way because LaRue is always looking out for, like everybody, anybody. Just as he said, we met at a Stellar Human event. We listened to just records. It's just open to
Right.
whoever has a heart for music. Just a really good place. And yeah, again, yeah, you kind of can catch the vibes there
Even
today
even
on
even your
Saturday.
daughter
Craft
picked some
opening
good
and
records.
stuff. And I appreciate you guys. I want to give your flowers today, right now, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for carving out your time. Thank you so much, Ross. Like I know you was fighting through the fire, the sleet, the snow, just to get here. So I do hope everyone does take the advantage because you did come from Toronto. We didn't tell you came from a whole other country to be here. And I
Winnipeg.
and for
Winnipeg,
from what
but
I can hear from the project, I can't say it was too much. Like, it worked. You gotta give homage where homage is due. So I
thank
definitely
you.
respect you, brothers, and appreciate you. And yeah, send any gems my way. This is Apex Radio Show, Mountain Climb to the
Yeah,
Top. We're authentic.
there's
We
definitely
it's
hey,
me. It's gonna always
there's
be me.
definitely other people that you should interview as far as I'm concerned too. Like if you're gonna keep this going, there's definitely some hidden gems out here that I feel like you should interview.
Give me
You
all
know,
the exclusives.
right.
I'll treat
Definitely
them with
reach
kid
out to Soup.
gloves.
I really feel like Blizz and Soup, you should, what I'm saying? Blizz has been doing a lot. And I was I was the first person to put Blizz in the studio, honestly. He tells the story all the time. So,
Let's
but
get
yeah,
them. Let's get
definitely
them
those
here. Let's
guys.
get them. Get
There's
them.
a
Get them
lot
at
of
Apex.
artists,
We only want.
you know, yeah. Salute to all the
Amen.
artists,
Well,
though.
okay, you guys. Well, I will see you later, and I hope people beat me there, not meet me there,
right.
because
Hip
I know
hop
it's gonna be a
lives,
good
y'all. Hip
time.
hop
This is
lives.
already like I
Hip
said,
hop is
my
far
heart
from
goes out
dead,
to you
so stop
guys.
running with that narrative. Hip hop is far from dead. Stop running with that narrative. Hip hop lives, especially
Say
through
it
Tone
again.
Chop across Gamble. Let's do it.
Okay. Right. Now I'm struggling. Look, now they got me struggling too much. I'm gonna see you guys later.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
All right. Now you guys see why I was so excited, okay? Oh my goodness. I like if you ain't catching it like he said, if you listen to any of that album or any of the music or anything and you don't feel nothing, you might have to check the pulse, okay? You might have to see if you got any living left in you, okay? And if you trying to find struggling find some motivation to just keep going, I definitely suggest you go and find the Beautiful Foundations album, available on all the platforms. Is readily available. And again, if you're in the Binghamton, Broome County area, anywhere close, anywhere, as far as Toronto, I say come and get that album signed, because it's definitely going to be some history that you're going to want in your collection. So without further ado, I'm going to shout out the event that I got going on today. If you are a solo mom and neurospicy such as myself, and you are also in the Broome County area, or if you're not, we also have a virtual option. We have the Empower Moms Connects, the third and the three-part installment from this month. It's from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in person. 2:45, 3-ish. If you're going to be joining us virtually, definitely imperative. You can join us virtually from anywhere in the world. Super, super important though. Like if you do want the Zoom link to be sent to you, especially before, 2:45, 3, definitely make sure that you RSVP so that we can know the proper email to send it to you. But you can definitely join from anywhere. More than welcome in person, kid friendly, super free, food provided. And did I say kid friendly? Yeah, bring the kids, bring the babies, bring the babies. We're gonna get them right, okay? If you're a solo neurospicy mom such as myself, then you need some support. We can only we know what we go through. It's fine. Ain't nobody coming to save us. That's one thing that I know. Two things for certain, and one thing for sure. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Okay. So stay true, stay blue, stay you. All right. Loving everybody. Gonna be signing off energetically. Okay. Enjoy this last little bit of May. Enjoy the Sagittarius moon, full moon. We all going through the fire, Song in my head, it's through the wire, but in my head, with just the neural spiciness, sometimes I hear through the fire, the Kanye West song. Na, 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 I hear na, 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 take me through the wire, lead me through the fire. All right, so like just let it burn. What are you gonna look, see the ashes, and whatever's left is what you're supposed to keep. You know what I'm saying? Let it burn the parts of you that ain't supposed to go to the next level and everything. Just rewind this back. If you one of those people that skip forward and you hit here, rewind it back and go through and pick up them gems. Okay, left, and we just want to shout out from Apex Radio TV platform. Just so humbled and everything to have Tone Chop and Frost Gamble. And I do believe that we are building on some beautiful foundations moving forward. Okay. So chuck whatever happened in the past, that you ain't gonna keep, you ain't gonna take with you. Chuck that out. Pack the good stuff and let's go. Okay. We're on that mountain climb to the top, baby. Let's go.